Hey there, Aries, Sun, Aries, Moon, Aries, Rising. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 20th through the 26th. We are going to kick off this week right hot into the middle of that new moon that is happening in Pisces. I did do videos for the new moon in Pisces. If you did not see yours last week, I will link it up here at the end of this video. But I do encourage you to check it out because this new moon is opening up this huge portal. This portal of energy that is good for 3 years. It's going to include the time that the North Node moves through your sign and also the North Node moving through Pisces. And so it is a major portal with a lot of opportunity coming in. I want a card to clarify that, please. All right, Aries, this is interesting. There's a lot of information. Look, you are trying to create and manifest abundance, great, and that's good. Like, right? That's something that we should all be trying to do right now. We do have Venus moving into your sign on Monday. Very helpful. She's there for like 3 weeks. And in fact, a week from now, she's going to, well, actually, I think it's next Wednesday. She conjuncts with Jupiter to help to really expand this. And so I think this is this energy of this new moon. If you're in Aries rising, it is in your 12th house. And so you might be a little, it's about what are you going to let go of in order to bring new things in, especially with the North Node moving through your sign. And so there's this energy around really trying to figure out what is the transformation you want to make? How are you transforming your life? You're getting ready to go on this 3-year really exciting adventure and an opportunity to really open it up. And the only thing that you're going to be limited by is your lack of imagination. And so really the sky is the limit. And I'm finding that you have some very these cards here suggest that you're a little confused about what the next step is. And so I think this week, while the energy is really lighthearted, I would say flow with the energy this week. We'll see what the cards are, but your overall energy that you have is the key, okay? And so the key here is the transformation. And in the area of the transformation, there is confusion, the clouds. And so when I clarified this key, you had 2 that came out, and one of them is the cross, which is a burden or the necessity to heal a situation, and we have the heart. And so there might be, Aries, a little bit of burden around the heart space for you, and the key is to let a situation complete itself, and that's what's causing all this confusion, is allowing a cycle to end in order to bring in the news cycle. But the news cycle actually looks really good. So I think it's just kind of trying to receive the information that you want. So I assigned Lenormand houses to each of these things, and it's really interesting that in the house of the mountain, you have the mountain, which means there's an obstacle that seems really difficult for you to see through right now, right? And that's probably because of all this confusion that's going on up here in the house of transformation. And then you have the rider in the house of the rider. But this rider is interesting. This rider is being carried forward very gently. Very gently. She is receiving what she needs and she's being carried forward. And so you are being carried in the direction you need to go. And I kind of feel like during the next 3 weeks, a couple of things. The sun is in Pisces, which is always about things just being kind of gentle and in flow. And then you've got Venus working through your sign, and she is trying to help you. So pay attention to things around self-esteem, self-worth, self-value. How do you feel about those? Those become really important. There is a very protective energy you have coming through in the heart space, right? And so you taking care of yourself, I would say, is absolutely 100% what you need to be doing. I would have expected to see the lilies here in the action to take, but we actually have the tree energy, the coral, the need to grow. But the way the coral works is that it gets what it needs. It receives what it needs as, the water flows through it. It brings it the nutrients that it needs and enables it to grow. And so this is a really soft, gentle energy. I want to say to really take care of yourself. And in the area of resources, your energy around finances, around physical, mental, emotional, spiritual energy, you have the books. And this deck actually has 2 books, and this book is closed, which means that the knowledge that you need is inside of you. Whatever it is that you need to know, it is by going inside of yourself that you will figure out, learn the lessons of, pay attention to what you've learned along the way at this, whatever this situation is that needs to transform. This is the most important thing, is there is a transformation that's trying to happen. You get 2 new moons coming up in your sign. This is the last new moon before we have those 2 new moons in your sign. And the second of those is actually an eclipse, and it's heralding the entrance of the North Node starting to move into your sign. It doesn't actually get there until June something, June 18th, or maybe right around the solstice. So there is this energy. It's shifting, but right now it's about letting things just move through your life. Let your energy flow through your life. Don't hang on to anger and resentment. That'll make you sick. Allow it to just flow through. Welcome with gratitude the things that come in that are good for you. And I think this week there's an opportunity it's really got some great energy this week. So I just really think if you just move with the energy this week, because you have the card here of wisdom with the moon in Pisces. So I think on Monday and Tuesday, really pay attention to what you've learned along the way. What do you know? Now, if this is something around finances or a job or something like that, trust your gut, because what are you supposed to anchor your energy into? You have the fish, okay? And so in the house of the fish, we have this book of the wisdom, the knowledge that is inside of you. So I feel like you're going to make some really smart gut reaction, intuitively driven things that help you to grow in matters of finance, for sure, that could totally transform your life. And so I don't know if this is about a heartache situation, or if it's just been a burden to, if you've experienced some sort of a financial situation has created this burden. I feel like both things could be true also. You've been trying to strategize and it's been draining your energy. And I want to say, don't worry so much about the strategy. When something comes up, follow your heart. What does your heart say that you should be doing? Because I feel like you're going to be very intuitive and in flow with what it is that you need to do as you make decisions. So really, some really nice energy with that moon in Pisces, right? We have Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras is right after a new moon, so it might be a little bit muted, but it could be a really nice date night on Tuesday. Wednesday, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Time Zone, U.S. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, wow. 2 things happening here. Okay, so Eastern Time Zone in the U.S. around 2 o'clock, a really great time for a career move, right? So follow your gut. You've got the moon, you got Mercury trining Mars in Mercury, in Gemini. And so I really think that there's something really positive could come in around that time. This Aries energy really is very supportive of you, right? The moon in Aries. So there's a lot of upbeat decision making, great decision making energy around that. So this card of spontaneity, I really think speaks to that, about you choosing to make moves based on what you feel like is right. Do you like the spontaneous adventure of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. Well, that's because you're in Aries. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, the unconventional, and the underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after hours hangouts. So yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind the karaoke singer's mullet. So I think this week, when you have opportunity to go do something, if it sounds good and you feel like doing it, you should do that. But now let's go back to this heartache thing, okay? So there seems like there's 2 things going on. Like, it looks like work and social life are picking up, and yet there's this residual pain, and probably because Jupiter is just about conjunct with Chiron in your sign, and Chiron is the wounded healer, and it's bringing up probably things from your childhood. And so you're probably trying to let things go and move on. You're trying, and this stuff keeps coming up because it's supposed to. And the way we let it come up and we let it flow through, right? So we allow ourselves to heal and to grow and to move forward. And so I feel like on one hand things are going great, and on the other hand you're dealing with this residual childhood stuff, right? So we have the card here of forgiveness and of letting go. Right? And so a lot of times when we can look compassionately at our parents when they were children, okay? So you weren't there then, right? But you may have heard stories, or you could imagine, or even if you don't know for sure, you can imagine what kinds of things would make them act like they did when they were your parent. And I'm not saying that what they did was right or okay or acceptable in any way. I'm not saying that. That is not my goal here. My goal is to give you the opportunity to look at them as a small child and say, well, no wonder they were so effed up. Because if you can do that, then the forgiveness thing is so much easier to get to, right? It's like they didn't know better. I mean, they really screwed up some stuff for me, but I can't be blaming them because they were only doing what they knew how to do. So my choice now is to make better decisions moving forward, right? That's the letting go. That's the transformation. That's the release. So you have two things happening this week. That's very interesting energy. So congratulations, it says. You are being given one of the most powerful superpowers there is, forgiveness. Imagine that you've been bitten by a radioactive forgiver. The point is, suddenly you have the ability to forgive people for their flaws, their bad days, their unkind moments, and their mistakes. And the best thing about forgiveness is that you can apply it to yourself too. So have fun wielding your new power. But remember, with great forgiveness comes great inner peace. And so the more you can do that, and then this letting stuff go. I love this. This is dropping baggage behind him that he no longer needs. I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, carrying grudges isn't a great look, right? So that moon in Taurus over the weekend, Friday and Saturday, super productive, nice energy, really great energy to work with. I wrote down here, people may be motivated when they wake up to clear out the garage or do your taxes or build a house from scratch. I think you'll be cleaning out the garage. You have the card of cleansing. You have this lighter, brighter energy that comes in over the weekend. I think you'll feel really motivated. You get some stuff done. So if you have, I think it's an upbeat work week all week. I think you walk out of there on Friday going, wow, I did a really great job. And then you carry that energy right out into the weekend and you get some more stuff done around your house that makes you feel really good. And also this cleansing, it's this cleansing energy I also think could come back to this forgiveness thing. I think you find that as you let people, the crap they did, let it go, as in you don't have to explain it to yourself anymore. You just have to say, this is where I am and this is what I'm doing moving forward, and I don't have to carry that with me anymore. Forgiveness isn't something we have to tell somebody we do. It's just something we do. We don't do it for them. We do it for us. Right? We do it for us. When people say, I need you to forgive me. No, they ought to be forgiving themselves. That's their problem. All you need to do is just let stuff go. Allow yourself to grow and evolve. Take what you need. Spend a little time nurturing yourself this week. And Saturday, one more time, Sunday, when the moon is in Gemini, I think you're going to find that that is a really fun day to connect with your friends, even if it's just by picking up the phone and giving them a call or actually getting out and doing something that has really nice social energy for you. So this week can be as good as you let it be. Is kind of what it is. All right, you guys take really good care. New moon video up here, and next time we do a new moon video, it'll be in your sign. That's kind of fun. You guys take good care. I'll talk to you soon.